Morning, everybody. It is Sharie from Sage Soul and Spirits. Welcome back to my channel. And if you've never been here before, welcome to my channel. Please do hit like and subscribe if you're liking what I'm putting up here. I just try to do a daily message for everyone. And if it resonates with you, great. And if it doesn't, you can just move on with your day. So today I was called to do just the regular Rider-Waite deck. And just to let you know, tomorrow is the full moon. So I will be doing a spread for the full moon, and the autumn equinox is coming as well. So that's pretty important stuff. A transition time for sure. So without further ado, I'm going to shuffle these babies up and see what we can come up with. So I've got a cool little setup here because I can't shuffle with my wrists. So I'm just going to shuffle these cards. We're going to see what comes out today. Oh, and there's one flipper already. So we'll put that up there. I think we're going to do 3 today. Again, it just gives us a little more insight as to what's going on. So, again, oh, there's another flipper. So we'll put that one up. Oh, and another flipper. So we're going to put that one up too. Wow. Today is going to be a pretty powerful day indeed. Just gathering up my cards again here. Wow. Okay. So today we get 3 major arcana cards, okay? We get the Hanged Man, we get the High Priestess, and we get the Devil. So, because there's 3 majors here for anyone who doesn't know this, if you're doing a tarot spread and you're getting minors, then they're free will cards, okay? So the choice is yours. When you do a card spread and you get majors and a majority of majors, then it's out of your hands, guys. It's fate, okay? So you have to pretty much go along for the ride. That's the only thing I can say about that, because the more you fight it, then you know, the harder it becomes. So just know that today is fate inspired, okay? So the first card that we get is the Hanged Man, okay? And this card is all about sacrifice and release, okay? Look at the dude. It looks like he's hanging by a thread, okay? And he's on that T-bar there. So you have to know that this guy is in a state of limbo about what he's going to do next, okay? So he is contemplating. The red, I feel like the red means that he has passion for life. The blue, I would feel on his shirt, represents his thoughts, emotions, and deep thoughts, everyone. And I feel like the yellow would be the spiritual side of things, or maybe he's desiring a more spiritual way of life. So, and look at, he's in a yoga pose. And when we do yoga, we are inviting spirituality, and we're waiting for messages from spirituality. So that's what this card represents, okay? We have to look at the number of the card. It's number 12, okay? Or 3 when you add the 1 and 2 together. And when we get the number 3, the number 3, you know, it stands for contentment physically, spiritually, you know, and karmically, and where we want everything to work in perfect harmony. Okay. So with that being said, this fellow is sacrificing. He is making a sacrifice and trying to contemplate what his next move shall be. But he can't stay like that forever, you guys. So, you know, he has to decide one way or another, you know, what is going to happen. So sometimes you just need to sacrifice and release and be ready to let things go and be ready to look in a new direction. Okay. This is about surrender, guys. Okay. So surrender to spirituality, and surrender to a higher force other than yourself. Surrender to something that is bigger than yourself. Okay. This card can signify psychic abilities, prophetic abilities, okay, and that will benefit others. So, you know, and this card represents being open to the possibility. I mean, who goes and hangs upside down in a tree? Okay, so this guy is open for possibility that is happening around him at this time. So it's leaving the past behind, moving on to the future, okay? Making the ultimate sacrifice. I mean, he's ready for a new direction in his life. When we're riding in limbo without making a decision, sometimes we're ready for change, okay? And we're ready for something new to come in, whether that be spirituality or not. But we're definitely trying to achieve balance. I mean, you know, I mean, hanging upside down on one foot can't be an easy thing to do. So he's looking for balance and he's looking for change and he's ready to make the ultimate sacrifice to do that. Okay. So that's the first card we get. The second card we get is the High Priestess. Well, this card is all about using your intuition, everybody. It's about reading between the lines. You know what's going on, okay? You may not want to face what's going on, but you know what's going on, okay? Because this is about using your sixth sense, your intuition. That's what this card represents. The world of the unseen, okay? The Torah that she's got here in her hand is all about the divine laws, okay? The truths that are half hidden, but you just know, like you know, okay? That's what this card is. It's making decisions from your intuition, your inner gut, and following that inner guidance, okay? If you look here on her hat, she's got moon. She's got a full moon and 2 crescent moons, okay? So possibly she flows with the moon cycles, okay? And she has very, very intuitive ability. That's what this card is all about. She reads between the lines. This card is about lesson in psychic ability, okay? It's about the lessons you learn. Maybe you're just starting to use your intuition, you know, and it's something new to you, and maybe the intuition is coming to you in a different way than it did before, okay? So maybe before you were only hearing things and now you're actually seeing things. So that's what this card represents. It's intuition coming to you, you know, messages coming to you in a different form than you thought might be possible. So you need to open up that center, okay? And you need to see what's going on around you and what's happening around you, because you really do know the answers to your own questions, you guys, okay? You just have to go from an intuitive standpoint. She knows like she knows like she knows. And we all have intuition, and sometimes we don't know how to use it. And so we need to learn, okay? That's what this is. We need to learn about our intuition. So if we put those 2 cards together, we get the ultimate and sacrifice of learning how to use our intuition and reading between the lines and seeing what is open to us and what is hidden from us, okay? So we really, really need to trust our inner guidance, okay? So that's the two first cards. The third card is this little fella, okay? And I mean, I know that this isn't the nicest of cards, but he came out today. So this card is about bondage, okay? And it's bondage to materialistic stuff, okay? At least that's how I see it. It's temptation, it's addiction. And the addiction, guys, can be to anyone or anything, okay? I mean, we've all been obsessed at one point or another in our lives, but the lesson today is to let go of that addiction, okay? I mean, this guy, you can be, it points to the highs of ecstasy and, you know, and the depth of despair. So this guy, you know, we don't want someone controlling us, because that's what this guy does. He's a controller of humankind. And we know that that is wrong, okay? We know that we cannot let other people control us. We have to make our own decisions, okay? We have to make up our own mind as to what we want to do. So this guy, you know, he is not, I mean, he's not the nicest guy, okay? And how many times have you said to yourself, oh, the devil made me do it, okay? So that's when this guy comes out to play, okay? Sometimes this card can represent a bit of paranoia, being really, really intently focused on one thing and one thing only. But this, you know, this can represent someone who's controlling you for self-gain, okay? And that is not a good thing. So you have to know that these chains here can be released, okay? And once you break that bondage, then you're free. Then you're allowed to go wherever you want. So this could be an addiction to the way things ought to be, okay? So maybe the situation you're in is not what you want anymore. Maybe you want out of that situation, and just know that you can break those chains and go out and get out, okay, of the situation that you're in. Maybe it's you who's controlling. So maybe you need to learn the lesson that you cannot control everything and everyone around you, okay? So now if I bring those three cards together, it is a fate day, okay? So we have someone who is making the ultimate sacrifice and deciding what direction their life wants to go, and they want a change of direction, okay? Because they're making the sacrifice to make that happen. They're using their intuitive powers or lessons learned along the way to guide them to that spot, and then they're going to be breaking free of that bondage, okay? So that's the message for today, you guys, is break free of the bondage, make the sacrifice to make your life the way you want it to be, and do it using your intuition, okay? Because your intuition will never steer you wrong. It's divine law. And, you know, we as human beings all have the ability to use our intuition, so we just need to learn how to use it. But we don't want to let this guy out, okay? Because this guy can wreak havoc, okay? And we don't want to stay in that or in his possession. We want to be our own person, and we want to move forward in our own way of doing things. And, you know, like I think about the Lovers card that's before this, okay? And where they were free and happy, and then they're in bondage, okay? So I want to talk about the numbers here a bit more too, because the number 2 on the High Priestess here is about balance too, okay? She's got those 2 pillars there, completely the same height, and they're completely balanced, okay? One is black, one is gray or white. So we have to find the yin and yang and the balance, okay, between the logic and between emotion, by using our intuition, okay? So it's the world of the unseen, guys. So, and then with this guy, you know, we just need to release that altogether. So again, the hangman for today is sacrificing, making the ultimate sacrifice. And you're making this sacrifice for yourself, you guys, okay? And you're doing that by using your intuition, and then you're going to be able to be free to break away from the bondage, be it material, from a person, from any kind of situation, addiction to anyone or anything. This is the way to break free of that, using your intuition and making that sacrifice. Okay, so that is the story for today. It is a fated day. So just know that you can't really control today. You need to just go with the flow, or that's the message for today or the next 24 to 48 hours. You need to just go with the flow and see what happens, because it's fated to happen. So I will be doing a full moon spread for tomorrow. If you guys want to tune in for that, that would be amazing. I'll be putting that video out first thing in the morning. And rather than a daily read, I'll be doing the full moon spread. So I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Remember, go with the flow, breathe and center and ground, and just allow things to happen and unfold as they happen today. Okay. And that is Sharie signing off from Sage Soul and Spirit. And I hope you guys have a fantastic day today, and we'll see you tomorrow. Okay, bye. Yay.